Are you making these mistakes in your digital art? Don't worry, we've all been there. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 of the most common pitfalls I see digital artists make, and I'm going to show you exactly how to fix them or avoid them. Let's level up your art, starting today. Mistake number 1, over-reliance on brushes. It's tempting to grab a fancy brush pack and go nuts with it, just throw everything you can at it. There's so many online to choose from. Trust me, I've got hundreds on my iPad alone, but too many custom brushes, particularly stamp brushes, can make your artwork look over-processed and kind of a little unnatural as well. Instead, focus on mastering the basic brushes Procreate offer. There's so many amazing sketch brushes, outlining brushes, shading brushes, texture brushes, so many more, around 200 plus that come built into Procreate as soon as you download it. And then focus on simple shapes and forms with these brushes. And what you'll notice is you won't have to rely on all these other brushes to do some of the things you can already do with the brushes built into Procreate. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with getting these brush packs online. Again, I've got a lot myself, but really master the brushes that come with Procreate because they're there for you as an artist and they are fantastic. Mistake number 2, skipping the thumbnail stage. Now, you may or may not have heard of this one before, but as soon as I started doing this, I really did progress as an artist because my art made a lot more sense. Raise your hand if you've ever jumped into a piece of art without any planning at all. I probably still do it a bit too much, honestly, but in the past, skipping the thumbnail stage has really led to poor composition in my art or designs, and it's something that when I did start adding it into my process, I did notice a really big increase in the ability to get at what was in my head, but also the composition afterwards made a lot more sense because I planned it out beforehand. Spend 5 to 10 minutes really just loosely sketching, working out basic concepts and ideas, and also don't forget that background if you are working on backgrounds in your pieces as well. No, we're not looking for finished artwork here at all. This is very similar to the idea of storyboarding when it comes to comic books or children's books, anything like that. We're working out the basic elements of the page and we're going to build on it later, but we're going to have a plan to work from. Mistake number 3, neglecting layer organization. I'm sure we've all found ourselves in layer chaos at some point in our digital art lives. And I'll admit, I neglected this for a very long time myself. There's still the odd piece that I create where I'm not great at this, but overall I've gotten much better at it. And it's meant my drawings have been able to progress a lot further because I've been able to make sure I know where everything is in those layers. Group them, name them, block them, and also think about the positioning of them. If you've got background elements, maybe make sure they're on the bottom. Foreground elements can go to the top. This is really going to help you progress as an artist because your artwork's going to make a lot more sense when you go to refer to these layers, and you are going to be able to create more detailed artwork in the future. You better trust your layer process even more. Trust me on this, your future self will thank you for focusing on your layers. Mistake number 4, poor use of reference. Using reference isn't cheating. I don't care what anyone tells you, but it really depends on how you use that reference and what you're using it for and the goals you have in mind. If you really are just looking to progress your drawing like I did with realism for a long time, take time to find the right reference photos and really focus on the behaviors of drawing those pieces, those basic early shapes, building on them, the muscle memory when it comes to the shading, the angles you're working on. It's all very, very important, but it all starts from the right reference photo. Progressing from there, if you do want to use reference in some of your finished art and you have a really great idea for something, we really want to move towards analyzing and interpreting those reference images. If you want a really realistic head in your design, make sure you find that really good reference, but put your own spin on it. How can you make it yours? Maybe you had an idea for a head and you really wanted the right angle for it. Find that really good reference photo with the right angle, but still put your own twist on it. Using the right references properly can really enhance your work and take your drawing skills to the next level. Mistake number 5, fear of experimentation. One of the biggest traps, playing it safe. I see this all the time, and for a long time I was guilty of this as well. I think every artist has been at some point in their life, so don't be afraid to try new tools, new styles, new techniques, and remember, growth comes from experimentation, even if it feels scary at first. If you feel like you really want to move into a new style, practice drawing that style. Maybe it's based around color theory, maybe it's based around the line work you're working on, Maybe it is the background elements like we talked about earlier. The massive advantage you have is it's going to be digital. You can always clear that layer. You can create a new layer. You can create a new canvas. Nothing is holding you back. No one has to see this either. This is your tool here, your workspace. Don't be afraid to experiment. It will be one of the biggest ways you can grow as an artist if you don't have that fear of experimentation. So, which of these mistakes have you struggled with? Let me know down in the comments below because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more tips, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next upload. Now, go make something amazing. Man, it is too hot to film in this room, but I'll do it for y'all. Summer in Australia, filming in a room, windows shut, too hot.